Welcome back to Everton 1878. This is the match preview to Everton versus Southampton. It is obviously a must-win game because it is. We really need to win this game because if we don't, Frank Lampard is sacked, and then for a few weeks the club will just go out and we'll just for two weeks to sign a man, get to appoint a manager, and then he'll want to bring players in, and all that comes with it, and and so on. You know what, and you don't know. We'll go with because listen, me personally, as an Evertonian, I don't trust the centre board as far as I know. Listen, as an Evertonian, I don't trust the centre boards. Listen, as an Evertonian, I actually don't trust the centre board at all with anything because one, they've made so many mistakes with managers and so forth. But I'll probably mention a bit more of that in another video. I'll mention more about that. But yeah, I think also this is a game that we really need to win. Or Frank Lampard gets sacked and look for another manager and so on. But yeah, okay. Yeah. After the 3-1 defeat by Man Utd in the FA Cup, which wasn't as bad a result as I thought we get beat 4 or 5-0. But you know what? I think getting beat 3-1 away from home at Old Trafford isn't I think, you know what? Listen, obviously it's not great the fact we got beat, but it's better than getting. Listen, okay, you know what? This is. It's better than getting beat 4-1 or something like that. Just because we got a bit bright about the score, but yeah. And Southampton, who got beat by Fulham back in December last year. So, and I think they played tonight. If I'm right, I think I watched them before. I think they played Man City. I think they. Listen, last time I checked. Last time I was watching it. Last time I was watching that game, I think they were winning 2-0, I believe. So listen, might change that. Might have been the man that lost. I don't know. From December. So. And Southampton were a good side, defensively good and attackingly good. Facing ex-Rangers midfielder Aribo. Again, I won. Yeah, obviously facing him again. A player that I thought, wow, they've got a player from, obviously from he's probably a player that you can, from Scotland, playing Scottish League. I know it's still post Scottish League, but I actually kind of like Scottish League, so I won't say Fulham for that because especially Scottish League, nah, I don't want to do that. And facing ex-Man City youngster, Listen, I was trying to say his name without butchering it, right? Facing ex-Man City youngster, lavia. That's his name. Listen, right, you're Southampton fan. Exactly, say his name because I don't know how you say his name. And facing Ex Everton striker, Phil Walcott. Again, I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, I think he's a player that has obviously scored. I think he scored against us once. I think it was a few years ago he scored against us before we signed him. I think I can't remember. Anyway, a long time ago back, and yeah, I'm facing the likes of. Now listen. When I say this word, because it might sound dirty, so. It's basically I say it's kotch, kotch, or it's like kotch. Facing likes of kotch, is it? And facing likes of Wells. Obviously, facing likes of Niles or is it and. So I was not also facing one of the new signings. I believe they signed. Yeah, and also you're facing one of the players they just signed. I think I don't know. I think we're also facing one of the players that they just recently signed. I think they recently signed this player. I don't know because one I support Southampton, so I don't. Because one I'm like an Evertonian. I don't support Southampton, so I don't know if they signed him yet. But I heard that I think they signed this player. I think they signed this orsic. Facing one of the new signings as well. I think he's one of the new signings because one I support Southampton. It's because one I don't support Southampton, so I don't know. But orsic, is it orsic? Oh, he says name. And others as well. There's many other players I can think of, but Charlie had, I think not Charlie. I think obviously Che Adams is one of the players that I think they mentioned about him as well, and so many other players they've got. But yeah, and we will need to defend well and keep out Southampton from scoring. Keep out, if we score first, we will need to defend well and keep out Southampton from scoring. And if we defend well and keep out Southampton from scoring, and if we score first, and if we score first and keep out Southampton from scoring, and it's going to be a tough match, because it is. And if yes, so I just had a good 2-4 and I do. Okay, so I do apologise for burping. I didn't mean it. Just as it came out, I just didn't 2-4 and as it came out. So listen, guys, I do apologise. I'm really, really sorry I burped. I didn't mean to. It just came out. I do apologise. Listen, I'm so sorry about. Listen, I've offended you. Okay, listen, I've offended you. You know what? Listen, I've offended any person by burping. I didn't mean to. Accident came out. Listen, guys, I do apologise if I've offended you by burping. I didn't mean to. Accident came out. It happens. Accident came out. I do apologise if I offended you. I didn't mean to. Just accident came out. I do apologise. It just happens. It's nature. So, anyway, yeah, tough. It's gonna be a tough match. So, yeah, and if we defend the set piece as well and keep out Southampton from scoring, and if we score first and keep out Southampton from scoring, and I'm going for if we score first and keep out Southampton from scoring, and I'm going for a 1-1 or a 2-1 win or defeat to Everton, because I've got no hope, because one, I'm actually not here, because I'm meant to in the video. You know what? And if we defend the set piece as well and keep out Southampton, Southampton. I can't say it right. If we defend set piece well and keep out Southampton, you know what? It's a very, very tough. It's a very tough game. Obviously, it's a very tough home game. Obviously, it's a very tough home match. Again, listen, obviously, it's a very tough home game as well. We've got to, I think it'll be a tough game, but I think it'll be a tough game. I can't say the word game for some reason, because it sounds like saying, the word similar to it, Yeah, I think, listen, to me personally, I think it'll be a very tough home game. I think it'll be a very tough home match. You say that because the match is easier to say. I think it's going to be a very, very tough game against Southampton, because Southampton, I believe, are bottom of the Premier League. I believe Southampton are bottom of the league as well. I think Southampton are 18th in the league at the bottom, I think. And listen, I think Southampton beat us, right? Listen, I think if Southampton do beat us, they'll go above us and we'll obviously go to place at the bottom, right? But if we beat them, we will probably go up 1 or 2 spaces in the table, go up there now, we're up there, it's fine. But listen, I think my worry is though, we get beat, right? Now, we get beat, right, and I can imagine that the fans who are, I believe, doing I believe there's going to be a protest where all of I think like a few, I think a good few fans are just gonna not leave the game. They're gonna, I think after the game finished, I think after we win or we get beat on Saturday, right? I think if I'm thinking of it correctly, I believe there's going to be a protest. I think the fans who ones who a few, I think listen, so I think I'll listen a few fans. I believe a few fans who are going to stay behind and protest against the Everton board. Which, you know what? Listen, if those are doing it, well done. Listen, I think listen, I think for the fans that are doing that, you know what? I back you. I'm seriously going to back you guys. Well done. You know what? I'm not. Listen, as an Evertonian, listen, obviously I'm never telling him. Listen, obviously I'm never telling. Listen, obviously I'm never telling him. I love school to death, but I'm not that brave. I'll do that, but you know what? Listen, if you're one of those doing it, well done, congratulations, well done, good job in doing that. Because you know what? This Everton board is so bad awful, right? I will go in. Listen, I think like those. Okay, sorry. I think like I think those. I think those who know, right? I think those who are, strong well, I dislike and hate the Everton. I dislike and hate the Everton board. I dislike and hate the Everton board because I do. But they don't. Listen, I'm not going that because one. Listen, I'm going to get on this video because one, I'll need a full video to do that because that's personal reasons. I don't like them. But anyway, yeah, you know what? Let me first go. Let me first comment about. Do you think that we can get a 2-1 win or get a 1-1 draw? Or not draw. We actually need. Let's forget 1-1 draw. We actually need either a 1-0 win or a 2-0 or a 2-1 win because we know what? That's the only way Lampard might just keep his job as the Everton manager because one, if he doesn't, I can't see him being the Everton manager for much longer. I'm sorry, I just can't. That's just my opinion. I just can't. As you know what, listen, right, you're never. Okay, listen, right, you're never telling me you're at the game on Saturday, right? Are you going to be doing the protest? Aren't you? Listen, do you think we'll get a 2-1 win or a 1-0 win at home, or do you think we'll get beat 2-1 or 1-0, or do you think it'll go the other way around? We might win, or we might actually draw, or anything like that. Listen, what's that, right? Listen, what's that, right? If you're a Southampton fan, do you think that you can come to our ground, Goodison Park, and beat us there? Do you think you can't? Do you think you can? So on. Yeah. Now, obviously, I don't tweet anymore because I went off Twitter a little bit because it's not really nice to at the moment, so I just went off it. Anyway, yeah, right. As I said before, you know what? Listen, right. Okay, listen, guys. Listen, guys. Obviously, you want to follow me on social media, right? My social media. Listen, guys. Obviously, guys. You want to follow me on my social media and stuff like that, right? It's obviously you can follow me on Instagram at Everton_1993_1878 because one, that's the year I was born, so that's why it's that one, and the other one's obviously you found it. So yeah, so listen, I really appreciate it if you would follow me on Instagram and I guess the name said then, and then I really appreciate if you guys would share it, give a like, leave comments, because well, obviously the comments and the shares obviously help me out really. I think obviously the comments and the shares help me out quite a bit, and people go, "Oh, you're kidding me!" And yeah, I really appreciate if you guys will subscribe. Listen, right, if you want to see more good / great videos like this one, and you want to see more good / great videos like this one and stuff like that, and I really appreciate if you guys will subscribe to Everton1878 at youtube.com because one, obviously it helps me out. Obviously, because one, it helps me out, helps you out. You know what I mean? Listen. Sorry, that right? And you know, because one, obviously, you know what it means. Obviously, it helps me out, helps you out, so on. You know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, so on. Yeah, go. So.